Hello and happy time zones to people. I guess this is my words are not working.
Words? What are those?
Exactly.
My YouTube wouldn't mute. I told it to, and it kept going. YouTube, are we gonna have a fight? Fight.
That is a pretty timer that I'm looking at, but oh my god, I don't want to be reminded of snow.
We have enough of it.
Yeah, we do.
In honor of Jace's request, everything is awful. Everything is crap if you look at it close. Everything is awful. Yeah. We're having an ice storm right now. So, yay!
Yes.
I want to be somewhere where it's not cold.
So when I finally give in and become an evil capitalist monster, everybody can come down to my horrible really run down Jamaican thing that I buy that has a lagoon, because I'm not going to be rich enough to get a nice one, but we'll have water.
You'll have water.
But it will also be eco-friendly.
Yeah, because I won't be able to afford to truly destroy the environment. I drink big, but not ludicrously big.
Because there is a difference between me wanting to be in a place that's warm and me wanting to warm the environment to suit my needs.
I just want a place where I can sit in the water up to my tatas and pretend that the world isn't there. That's all I want. I have very simple needs in this world.
So how is everyone today? I actually am better than I have been. I think the pain that I've been feeling this week might be weather related.
That's always
But
fun.
I've also been in depression land.
Which can cause physical pain. People don't talk about that as much as they should. You can actually have psychosomatic pain from your depression.
So much has just been explained. Thank you.
You could also just have a whole bunch of random health issues because of it.
Yep.
For me, it's stress more so than depression, and I have all kinds of messed up illnesses when stress gets too bad for me. It starts with heartburn, which isn't so bad, and then the entire world falls apart.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Also, hello.
Hello. Hello. This is awkward. Hello. Ew, little fishy going by.
Oh. Yeah, the variety of depression, or the symptoms of this week's depression, have been the very simple nothing is fun.
See, I just insist that all my depressions be sexy French depressions. I'm no, I'm just going to wear black and white, and I'm just going to sit here and just imagine all the men's I could have been with if I had made different life choices. And, just
it's not depression, it's ennui.
Exactly. That's classy.
See, when I think of all the
up depression.
Yep.
When I think of the men's I could have been had I lived life differently, those are fantasies. That's not depression. I think it comes part and parcel with the fact that I have still never gotten past the childhood/teenage thought belief that one day I'm going to come into my powers.
And I feel like we should all be stuck in that.
part of there is still part of me that's like, that's still gonna happen, right?
Like, I want to sing you a song, but I don't remember the tune. But it is it is from, I believe, Sleeping Beauty. One day my prince will come.
One day my prince will come.
Yes, that one
One
exactly.
day we'll meet again.
You know, that was my model, my motto through like my teens and 20s.
Perfect.
See, I've always been more like prone to the knockoff songs, like the Tiny Toon Adventures. Beneath the ocean,
Oh
beneath the
yeah,
ocean, we make big commotion beneath the ocean. Because Disney just seemed way too posh for me to ever dream.
yeah.
Like, I need to knock off Warner Brothers stuff. Like,
Oh, I messed up this scene. Um, so I actually like grew up in a gay resort, which was delightful. And this one time, like this was, I would have been an adult because I was working at the time, but this one time, um, it's after work and I'm walking to my car. Um, so like, those moments in a West Side Story where you're like, okay, well, clearly this wouldn't happen because people don't just like break out into song as like rival gangs.
Have you met me?
Oh, right. So there was this moment where I just like walking to my car and I happened to be on the street where like most of the gay clubs are. There was basically a gay street. And like there was gay stuff everywhere in the town, but there was like one street where like Lambda Rising was at and like the place where you could like do body shots off of really hot men and stuff like that. And like one of the 3 drag clubs was there. But so I'm walking down the street. It's like 2:00 in the morning. And there are like 3 groups of gay men that happen to be like converging, but they're on opposite side of the street and going in opposite directions. And somehow all 3 of them just like, and it was probably 20 men all together, and they all just like burst out into a part of your world. And I was like, this, I am sure, no matter how much pussy I eat in my life, will be the gayest moment I have ever experienced. It was craziness. Like, obviously, like, one man started it, but then, like, he, like, did a look at this stuff, isn't it neat? And then, like, somebody across the street was like, wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Like, it was insane.
Impromptu flash mobs.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, like, Charlie, I understand where you're coming from with the, like, knockoff Disney, but also, like, rock Disney.
yeah. Like, I think the gayest moment I've ever had in my life was I saw 3 shares get into a share off at a bar. And unfortunately, the person who won was a Gloria Estefan.
Oh, I mean, but like, if you can rock Gloria Estefan, you can do Cher. I would say arguably Gloria is harder to pull off. So like if you've got that skill set, you can fucking own Cher.
Oh honey, I miss Rhythm so much. My favorite drag queen of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Chad's dying right now. Let's see. I had a moment like that. I was in college. We were in it was after one of our group meetings. It was supposed to be like an LGBT support meeting, but it was mostly G with an L here and there once in a while. Because
it was the 90s.
It was the 90s.
They were all busy at Lilith Fair. It's fine.
Right. Or like pretending that we were college gay when we were like, no, we're actually for real gay. But like, yeah, I will take this sorority chick action.
Now, there could have been some B's and possibly future T's in the group, but they didn't advertise, so
You just turned into the like super queer Creed from The Office.
It
If
was
we
just
didn't
like
have out in the rain, out in the mud and the rain, a couple dudes could have slipped in. There'd be no way of knowing.
so basically it was just a sea of sweater vests, you're saying.
Well, no, it was college age, so.
Oh, was that? I feel like you're about the same age as me, right? Like that was everything at my college among the gay crowd was like how many sweater vests you owned. I wish I was joking about that. I'm not.
We were all about the retro chic, and it was like, how many bandanas can you tie off out of your back pocket to say all the things that you're interested in tonight?
Anyway, it was post-meeting. We were going to this taco place that was open late, and one of the guys, Frank, was singing Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper.
Valid.
And he's like, if you fall, I will catch you. And I swear the entire group of us went, I will be waiting.
I do believe it is a crime not to sing along to Cyndi Lauper in some places.
Yeah, like I don't know how you'd stop me really once it gets going. It's like a wrecking ball. It is like Wrecking Ball.
Yes, but while she came in like a wrecking ball, I came out like a wrecking ball. So I'm going to say hi to some people. I'm going to say hi to our Jenny and our Spance and our CB and
One of them
Persephone.
has choked and died.
Yeah, I'm saying hello posthumously to our group because
Yeah.
and Devin is here too. Hello, Devin.
I'm going to say that I did indeed come in like a wrecking ball this time.
You did.
Oh, so I shared this with Kat and Charlie, and I shared it on my Discord, but I don't think anyone watched it on my Discord. Spence, did you watch the clip from the Noir Enigma that I posted on my Discord?
It may be my new favorite thing.
No, I just want to sing the very end. Everything you love is black and gay.
I need a t-shirt and a mask, especially a mask that says that.
Because it is basically, for anyone who doesn't know, the Dungeons and Dragons drama that's going on in the Twitterverse, but all the things that people are, that Wizards of the Coast is doing to appeal to a wider audience and get people invested in the game who weren't before, basically making it accessible to everyone instead of just the straight white males who want to screw all the women and be racist. Basically, the original group, the straight white men who wanted to screw all the women and be racist, are throwing absolute shit fits about how quote-unquote woke Dungeons and Dragons is becoming.
So really quick, I just need a clarification because I don't actually play this stuff, but like I live in this universe. Wizards of the Coast is the good team.
Okay, so let me explain to you how they're wrong about everything. There are so many reasons to hate Wizards of the Coast because they are an evil
Okay,
corporation.
hold on. Let me
Let
me do a really quick yes, no, and then you can tell your story. Are they
Right.
the one that's proprietary, or are they the one
Yes.
to let everybody use it? Okay. Keep
Yeah.
going with your story. So they are the bad guys. But keep going with your story.
They tried to trademark the idea of a fantasy setting that begins after an apocalyptic cataclysm, and said that they
Oh.
owned that idea and no one else could use it. There's so many reasons to hate them, and the actual reason to hate them over what's currently going on is, how dare you make me defend you, Wizards on the Coast? How dare you make me defend you? I have an entire life of going after you. How dare you make me defend for doing something
How
else?
dare you be on the right side
So,
of this?
but like they're only like coming up to snuff. They're not in any way crossing the line at this point, right? And by
No.
crossing the line, I mean crossing the good line. They are just coming
Telling it.
closer to being good guys, but like they're still on the
No,
side
no,
of bad.
I think they're as far as at least their world building goes, like they're making explicit that several of the gods are non-binary and or gender fluid, and like making rules for how to play disabled characters in the game and make that actually work and functional as a play mechanic. And so they're actually doing some good things. So, like I said before, how dare you, Wizards of the Coast, like make me have to defend you.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've all been there with various things because of how jacked up this world is. Like that day that we all had to side with Liz Cheney, and like, what the hell is this apocalyptic nightmare?
Yes.
Yeah.
Liz, why are you being the good guy?
Yeah. Why are you the least evil right now?
Yeah, I just need to know if they let Mary out of the dungeon first. Like, is Mary Cheney allowed to talk again? Like, is your lesbian sister still in chains? I need to know.
So anyway, the groups that are throwing fits about Dungeons and Dragons are, the same type of people that are shitting themselves over a black Ariel type of thing.
Well, right. Even though my argument with that is that if we are making her accurate, she needs to be a manatee. I mean, that's literally the only thing a human living under the water could be. It just
Have
is
I
what it is.
told you lately that I love you?
So this is the Noir Enigma. He is a Twitch streamer. He does a lot of Twitter stuff. He made this little song for the people who are throwing fits, and I love him for this.
Am I petty enough to have written a song about that? Yes. Because they're not talented enough to respond in kind. Yeah. When you thought it was just you, you could do anything you wanted. You did some dumb shit, boys, let's be honest. Chain up bikinis, the first of your many crimes. If I could tell you how many times you said racism makes the games we play more realistic, you sick and twisted fucks. But now we're all grown up and fed up, and there's not a room for grognards here at all. Remember when you thought it was just you? You and yours would always get your way, but now we're in a brand new day. Our dollar's so much stronger than yours. No one gives a fuck about what you say. Everything you love's now black and gay. No one cares of what you say. Everything you love's now black, and Wolverine as a trans man. Superman now from Japan, making changes because we can. Everything is black and gay.
And that is why I love this man.
Yes.
Amber, that is perfection, is what that is.
And it needs to be on Spotify so we can get it to number 1 just to make them angry.
Yeah.
It is someone who is clapping back to all the people that are throwing fits about their beloved characters being, quote unquote, changed to become more woke. And yes, everything you loved is now black and gay. it's, it's beautiful.
It is stunning, and I am here for all of it.
All right, are we ready for a sprint?
Yes.
Okay.
Holy shit. Okay. I need to mute that. I opened this timer that looked really pretty and it started like playing some 70s funk at me.
Oh. I don't know why, but I was just really hoping that you were going to go with like Carmel Donson.
Oh my. Oh. I'm now seeing one of the largest, burliest, beardiest persons that I know doing that dance in my living room. He couldn't help himself. And why? No one with that thick of a beard should ever. No! Sorry. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm going to go make coffee.
It's understandable.
Okay. Well, we have a kind of rainbowish timer. Bring the funk. No, I can't write with the blaring music. So, and I actually have work to do that I will be working on. So, I will be not doing that. All right. We will sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. Sentence complete. Right as it hit 0. Oh, yay, another bot. Sweet.
Nice. 4, go. I love Facebook bots. You make
Is it-
no sense.
You don't understand Vorgno?
Oh, Vorgno. Got it. I misread that.
How did everybody else do on that one?
I am 2 squares from finishing all of my strips for this book.
So the picture you showed wasn't done?
No, it was so like I have got all of the squares done, and that was me laying them out to get them in the right order for this. But it was also my first time, because obviously before it was just little tiny strips. So that was my first time actually seeing it, as opposed to just visualizing.
It was really pretty altogether.
It is a lot louder than I had planned for it to be, but that is okay.
And it is super gay.
Yeah. It's for my friends who are getting gay married in April. So, yes. I get to be the groomsmaid.
Oh, I think it's hilarious how if that were said in a straight film, we would have like opened up
Rioted.
in arms. But we are so allowed to say it about each other.
Yeah. I feel like part of it, especially like for our age group, us and older, like it's such a ridiculous thing that it is a new thing, and like we remember how ridiculous it was, what had to happen to make this happen, that like you just have to poke fun at the fact that for some reason we still somehow think it's different. Gay married.
But isn't it though?
Yeah,
Isn't it something better?
it is. It really is.
As somebody who has participated in one for way too long and knows way too many straight people, it's a very different relationship. Like, I look at a lot of their marriages and I go, but why though?
Right.
Like, yeah, I know you're together and I know you say you love each other, but
Do you really?
But are the straights okay?
They're not. They're really not.
so many of them are not. It's painful.
Hey, Jace, are you ever gonna lower the screen?
No.
No.
Well, I made the mistake of deciding that I was going to actually do some of the edits to my website that I've been wanting to do. And then I got in here and went, I hate everything. Everything must change. Oh, maybe I should start my blog again. Oh God, why? Why am I this person?
You know what will make it better? Make it more black and gay.
So I am job hunting right now, and a lot of them are asking for my website or blog. And like I won't tell them, and it's not because I write smut, it's because it is so poorly maintained. I feel like my last blog post was like August.
Oh, you're so much better than I am. Wait, I'm actually on the site right now. When was my last blog post? This is going to be like mind-shatteringly upsetting for me. I already know.
Also, I like that Haley
Not
is
the draft.
blaming me for ruining her day just because I gave her a mission that like we are going to accomplish together. Like, I'm sorry I gave you a task that's attainable.
February
What's the
20
task?
What was that?
What's the task?
Oh, we're doing a quilt this year. We're doing
Oh,
a block of the month. And because, like, it's a group of, I think there's 7 of us in the group, now we are all accountable to each other, and she will be shamed if she falls too far behind.
My last blog post was February 23rd, 2018.
Nice. So you really are raising a blog from the dead,
Yeah.
as opposed to, like, just being better about it.
Yeah, this is. I mean, just oh wow,
What was your last blog post?
me railing about Amazon and basically finally getting back around to the same position that I'm at now. So
Perfect timing, right?
Love
That was
it.
still
So
valid.
basically, I took 4 years off from what I had originally planned to do with my life to do other things. And now I'm back on track to where I wanted to be in 2018. So I kind of feel like I have a natural, like, first blog post back. Like, I'm not only back, I'm back on this track again.
It's like when you get a Facebook memory from 10 years ago and you're like, oh, I am that same person.
see, I don't mind the Facebook memories because I only share memes, and
Oh,
they're
yeah,
still
yeah.
funny.
Except for those few times when, like, a meme comes up to you, you're like, oh god, how did I think that was funny? I don't know if you have that experience, but
I
It's
have
fun.
not.
it's one of the many reasons I don't like Facebook. It reminds me I used to be a much more horrible person.
So that is why I like Snapchat memories. Because when I see my old Snapchat memories, I'm like, look at how fucking clever I am. This is gold right here. This is gold. That nobody will see because nobody's on my Snapchat.
Though
Yeah,
honestly, I kind of wish Twitter had a feature like that just because I was more active on there and I think it would be hilarious to see, like, old tweets come up every now and then. Like, do you remember when you said this? Just because I think collectively shaming all of the people on the platform might be good for it.
That's fair because I was just thinking, like, I don't know that I want my old my old Twitter memories to pop up because, like, how many people have been canceled over it? But I guess if it's happening to all of us, we just have to, like, swallow our pride and admit that we're all
Yeah, I
terrible
think it might be
people.
good for people to remember, like, oh, yeah, that
Well,
was cringe.
we were all terrible people in 2013. Got it.
Yes.
Funny that is the, like, 2010 to 2013 seems to be the sweet spot for all the people whose posts are coming back to haunt them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I think that's the one who played what's his face, Ralph Dibny on The Flash. He was fired because his tweets from that time were super douchey and toxic.
I'm just saying, there's a lot to mine on mine because, at least officially, I joined Twitter in January of 2007, which is actually not accurate because I was a beta tester for it because I knew somebody at Odeo who was helping to design it. So I was actually there a lot longer than that, but okay, 2007, that's fine. So I'm sure there's a lot of gems of, like, oh, I have actually improved as a human being. I'm not as trash as I used to be. Yay, that could, both, like, damage my ego and actually build it up some. That yay, I'm not that person anymore. Because
There is a reason that my Twitter handle is Chloe Complaints, and that's because for about the first 5 years that I used Twitter, all I did was bitch on it. Like, this is just where I'm going to put all of my bitches.
like, I'm sure if somebody dug back far enough, they could probably cancel me as a transphobe because I was very convinced that no, I'm not trans. Why do you keep saying this? Why does everyone keep saying this about me? No, you're all wrong. I mean, they weren't, but I was.
But how dare they?
How dare they know before I did? So I'm sure there's some really sweet things back in the archive. 'Cause I've thought about, like, clean sweeping my social media a couple times, and I'm just like, why? I think most of the things that I would be canceled for are things that I actually am now. So that would be an interesting experience.
Well, and the other thing is how you handle it if it occurs. Like, usually, if you're going to be rolled through the muck a little bit, but as long as you're like, yeah, that was a really shitty thing for me to do, and I regret that time in my life, like, you have to roll through the muck a little bit, and then you are okay afterward. It's the people who just straight up deny it or pretend that there is nothing wrong with what they said, or they use that, well, it was just like what we were saying at the time, that things tend to go the worst for.
I think that's what that one actor did, was that's what we were doing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wasn't wrong. It was the in culture on the social media platforms to be complete edgelords.
Yes. But that doesn't give you an excuse. And
Right.
that isn't, yeah. Like, you're right. But, like, I don't care that it's what we did back then. Do you understand why you shouldn't do it now? Or why it was wrong for you to do it to begin with?
Yeah, so like last night I was in this place where I wanted to rewatch the accidental biopic about the inside of my brain called Bo Burnham Inside, which is like all of the arguments inside my brain all the time. And his song about being canceled and how he's being shitty, trying to justify how you can't justify your actions because of that's the way things were and all this. I'm just like listening to this, like going, why are you calling me out? Like I felt like that all night last night, and it was a great experience, and I highly recommend. Especially his song, "I'm Just a Shit."
Accurate.
Hearing all this, it makes me actually feel like I'm a saint, and I know I'm not.
I'm just very open about how much of a garbage person I have been for most of my life because, like, when I was in the closet, I was extremely homophobic because how better to demonstrate that you're not doing the gay naughties at night when no one can see you with other people than to be, like, really, really horrible about it. Yay! And I've made all of the wrong choices so many times in my life, and I'm a much better person now because I have learned, like, I was trash. I was just trash in every possible way. Because I think we need to make room for redemption arcs in our society. Yeah. And while I wouldn't, like, put myself up on a cross and be like, look, I have saved myself or any, like, crap like that. Like, I can see how much I have changed from the really radicalized conservative child that I was to the extremely radicalized anarcho-communist that I am now.
Well, and I think that's exactly what it is that, like, it's not like whether you have done something bad in the past. We have all done something bad in the past. Yeah. It's whether you have grown from it and you realize that you were doing bad stuff. Like, certainly we do have that constantly in life. We have all of these people who were reformed from, like, terrible things, and nobody's trying to cancel those people if they have reformed and have acknowledged and everything else. It's the people who pretend that they were not terrible in the past and don't acknowledge that they were being terrible when they did things that is the problem. Or, if they keep doubling down on the terrible things.
We're looking at you, Robert Galbraith. We're looking at you.
That wasn't who I was looking at, but that's also valid.
Well, the fact that she's become emblematic of this is really upsetting. There's an article going around right now, I think it was in The Guardian, of what is the woke mob going to cancel her for next. And I'm like, I don't know, what terrible thing is she going to do next? Like, it's not like we're looking for ways to go after her. She's providing the evidence.
I thought we kept canceling her for the exact same thing. I
Yeah.
feel like it is the exact same thing every time. You transphobic bitch.
Hello, Nikki. And no, we have another hour. So you are safe.
So Spence, I just wish that there was an easier way to like just pull up past tweets. Like if there is a see tweets from 2013, like please can I have that button instead of scrolling through like 3,000 tweets to try to
Right.
find them and kill them.
Well, here's the thing. The actor that I was talking about, he deleted those posts.
Did he
Like-
delete them after he became famous though?
That is the issue, is I think he deleted them after.
Right. So like if I went back and deleted and granted I don't think that there would be anything homophobic or like anything like that. Just probably be like being an asshole. But I feel like if I went back and deleted them now, they would just be gone forever because why would anybody go through Chloe Alice Balkin's tweets to find dirty ones to save on me for when I do one day become Savis?
I see where you were going with that. Yeah. But what? Oh, yeah. Maybe they did save them. Because what I was thinking is that he tried to get rid of them, but they still found a way to get them, despite the fact that he deleted them.
No, I think that, like, in general, I'm sure that there is some, like, insane way that you can do that, but I think in general, it is just people taking screenshots before they get deleted.
That makes sense. It's a shame too because that actor is super cute.
I'm just saying, we as a culture need to figure out what redemption arcs actually look like, because people are apparently forgiven. Because I mean, Mel Gibson is making movies again, and I don't remember him actually apologizing for any of the like anti-Semitism and misogyny at all. So maybe that should have happened first.
Well,
But-
part of it, I think, is that a lot of the ones that are being released from cancel prison are the ones that shut up.
Yes. Yeah, if you
And-
don't keep going on with it, we tend to forget real easily.
Like, I don't recall Mel Gibson clapping back and saying I'm completely justified in all my anti-Semitism.
Yes, but his anti-Semitic movies and racist movies still exist, and he's the
True.
executive producer on them, and it would be within his power to pull them from the market.
Oh,
Like, he owns the
so-
companies.
So I think that is actually part of why he is still doing stuff, though, is because he is so powerful that you can't really stop him.
Yeah.
That if he is the one producing the movie, and if he has people who are willing to work on those movies because they're either desperate or they're just as shitty as him, like, they're still going to happen. Like, people still working with Kirk Cameron because, like, there are people who still want to beat those Bibles in Hollywood.
I just want to have a sit down with Kirk Cameron and just ask him one question, like, who hurt you? Because
I
there's
mean,
the story, like,
Probably
anyone is a
agreed
poster
at
child for-
some point.
if somebody is a poster child for just needing a therapist, like you realize you made a movie about how we can save Christmas by making it more materialistic, right? Right? Like, it's the hams and the dinner and the expensive presents that make God know we love him. Like, you who hurt you, Kurt?
Oh,
If you've never
it was
seen
probably
Kirk-
Kevin Sorbo and Dean Cain.
If you've not seen Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas, I highly recommend it. It's trash. It's terrible. But he literally, like,
Is that what it's actually called?
It's literally called Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas.
Nice. Love it.
And it's him talking to his fictionalized brother-in-law who has lost the Christmas spirit. And he's like, don't you understand? There's lights and presents and materialism. Jesus is awesome. And I'm
Oh.
like, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Like, it's the exact opposite of the Peanuts Christmas special. Like, it is the exact opposite of It's Christmas, Charlie Brown.
I'm not gonna lie, I always kind of figured him for the like anti-present type. So like this changes things. You know, it's like when you find out that Hobby Lobby makes their employees come in on Sundays. This changed things. He is a different kind of Christian than I thought he was.
Yeah, it's one of those. And if you don't want to watch it, and I highly recommend that if you're triggered by these things, don't. But Maggie Mae Fish did a wonderful breakdown of like who hurt you, Kirk Cameron, in her because she does, I think, a trilogy of Kirk Cameron movies, and and Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas is one of the movies she breaks down because, yeah, I didn't realize that Jesus cries if you don't have ham, and a big one. Like, I didn't realize that. So he gets really mad when we have either brisket or turkey, and I'm so sorry.
Well, because if you've got a brisket or a turkey, you look like a Jew. You have to be really, really clear that you are Christian and not one of the other monotheistic faiths.
If it wasn't for the rabbi constantly saying, but why though, I probably would be Jewish. Because I was talking to a rabbi about converting, because I'm very Jewish in a lot of my like religious beliefs. And the rabbi just constantly asked, but why though? But why though? And I couldn't get past, apparently I could not satisfy the but why though question.
Right. Aw. Oh, my camera.
Hello,
So
Celine.
the
Hello,
thing you were
Light.
talking about with the person going through and just dissecting everything that he did and saying how bad he was, it triggered the memory in my brain of the series on YouTube, but I don't know if it's still going because I haven't seen anything from them for a long time. But Zach Morris is trash.
Oh, yeah. That is a great series.
Anyway, on that note, let us go into another sprint. I found an electric timer.
And since we're going to completely change the topic, on the note of like movies that actually exist, Casper Van Dien, who's only known for being in that one kind of entertaining neo-fascist Starship Troopers movie, decided to redeem the series. If you can get a chance to watch the Jesus version of Starship Troopers 3, I highly recommend it.
Are Jake Busey's teeth in it?
I think so.
Okay, then perfect. I'm down.
It's hard to remember because he literally like gives a gospel sermon before each fight, and it's
Nice.
choices were made. Don't know why that was necessary in a movie about killing bugs, but hey.
All right, are we ready to sprint?
Let's do it.
Never, but let's do it anyway.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that sprint is done.
I didn't realize how loud my computer was apparently.
I'm curious at what this big pink tree is. Romantic winter, beautiful, relaxing music by the channel Smooth Thing.
Smooth Thing.
Yes.
So I would have been done with all of my pressing, but then I realized I had a bad seam that I missed when I was pressing the individual pieces. So I'm pulling a seam right now and resewing and then going back to pressing.
I have almost a page handwritten.
Woo!
Yay! I realized that I needed to bio, and I needed to do some life things, and I needed to heat up some food and have some dinner because I'm hungry. New pickup line, you smooth thing.
Oh, also, I saw CB's thing about the sewing bee, and at first I was like, oh, I wonder if that's quilting or fashion. And then I remembered that you can put a dress together in 2 hours, and it takes about 700 hours to put a quilt together. So I'm assuming it is fashion. And like, I am exaggerating, but not really. Like, I feel like the fastest people, like people who are real avid quilters, the best they can do is probably about a month on a top quilt. So
I also got purse from each kitty.
woo.
I saw Kitty Charlie sitting up on the stove, and he was in regal kitty mode, and I'm like, you are tall. So I got out the ruler, the foot-long ruler, and I just held it up to him, and his head was above the top of the ruler as he sat there.
So tall kitty is tall.
Tall kitty is tall. And
Haley yesterday realized why I call Chonk Chonk, because I sent her a photo of him terrorizing the quilt, but it is from the backside with him looking over his shoulder, and there is much ass on this cat.
Chunk.
He large. He has very much the blobfish physique.
I still love the chart of Chonk.
Yeah. He is definitely an Olan common.
Oh Lord, he's a coming. No, Cricket has taken to sleeping by the vent in the bathroom.
Because it's cold season.
Yes. So when I shut the bathroom door, she gets up and says, "Hey, I'm in here."
Excuse you.
No, she actually wants to cuddle. And she likes in the bathroom. Any place besides the bathroom, if you try and move her out of her own volition, she will panic.
Oh.
But in the bathroom, you can pick her up and flip her over and hold her on her back. And she will purr like she's in heaven.
Her safe space.
It is her baby space.
Every time I think of like a cat just making themselves known in a bathroom, it just reminds me of like my cat who would like, if he was in the bathroom, he was climbing in your pants.
Yes.
The problem is this cat didn't allow you to move him.
Oh no.
So like you were staying there or taking off your pants all the way.
So last night, Chonk, so I was laying out the pieces to my quilt on my bed, and that is where Chonk lives. That is his entire world is my bed. So like I had to be strategic about when I did it. And about halfway through, he was like, no, I would like to be on the bed. Destroyed the world. I like lured him down with catnip. And unfortunately, what happened from there was he got on the ground and he ate all of the catnip. And then he was high as fuck and he got back on the bed. And instead of being chillax mode, he was kill mode. And all of the little post-it notes that I have marking my fabric. And that kill mode is continuing today. So right now he is actively trying to kill the one that is stuck to one of my finished strips. Thank you, Chalk. Thank you for putting itty bitty kitty holes in all of this fabric. I appreciate this.
Yeah, so we call Bebe mode is when they're doing the upside down cradle in your arms.
Aw.
And we got it from a meme that was the human the first frame was a human going, "Oh, you're the baby," and the cat saying, "No, I am the evil." And then the cat like scratches the human, and the human's like, "Oh my god, you are the evil!" And the cat looks at her with the giant eyes and says, "I am the baby."
That is very accurate to cat life.
It's like, yep.
I immediately thought Bebe's kids, and not entirely inaccurate. You raging asshole, you. I'm talking to him. He is right out of frame. He was on camera earlier, but now he is low and attacking the fabric that I just flopped off the side of this. But that's okay. That's okay. We have made our peace with this.
And I need to not go on Twitter so much.
I mean, I feel like we have already been over that today. Twitter causes problems. What specifically was your problem today, though?
Oh, hearing about how much of a trash fire every celebrity is, especially after their heyday.
I have my Twitter extremely well tailored so that I just get Romancelandia dumpster fires, of which there are a lot. So it's good that I have it pared down just to that, because that is pretty much all of my energy. Well, or right now, we're all hashtag romance industrial complex, because somebody said that in, like, I don't know, a blog post, an article. It was an article about how shitty the romance genre is, as it always is. And so now we're all part of the romance industrial complex. Yes.
No, I go on and look at what's trending because I just want to know what people are talking about at the time. So what is in the general zeitgeist of the day? And today it was Roseanne.
Oh, she's a piece of shit. We already knew that. And that's why, like, I don't bother to go into the trending stuff, because usually I see a name and I'm like, well, yeah, they're a piece of shit. So they did a piece of shit thing. They're pieces of shit. That's what pieces of shit do.
This particular day is because her partner in crime, her QAnon COVID denying partner in crime, died of COVID.
Nice. I hate saying that. I feel so shitty when I say that. And because, like, if you had put a name on that person, I probably wouldn't have said that. I would have been like, I just hate this timeline. But because you didn't give them a name and they're just a nameless entity in the world, lol.
I don't know her name. I don't know who she was. I just know that she died and it's Roseanne's name all over everyone's feed.
Right, because nobody actually knows who she is, but she does have a celebrity reference point, and that
Mhm.
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I may have actually updated the homepage of my website. The rest of it's a garbage fire, but
Woo!
At least one part of it's good.
Right.
it now reflects the fact that I do YouTube and music. So.
At least it's up to date.
Now I must find this picture.
And I changed all of my Patreon links to coffee links. So.
I feel like I have an entire book series that isn't even on my website.
Oh yeah, we're not even talking about that yet. Like, yeah. And it links to my World Anvils now. So yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, I had to find this. It is my life. It is probably going to be relatable to a lot of people. I need this. My therapist leading me through guided imagery. Now imagine yourself floating serenely down the river.
Yes, perfect.
I'm just glad for the shorthand that Encanto has given us, because the hubby and I just look at each other and go, so which member of the magical family are you today?
I do not know this movie. Well, I've heard that it exists, but
It is very, very good. The music is amazing. And it's basically the family of mental disorders and how they learn coping mechanisms and to accept themselves for their flaws and limitations through the course of the story. And today I'm Isabel, because I'm in that I need to perfect everything stage, because, I have problems.
Well, in all fairness, if your website hasn't been updated since 2018, I think it's fair.
But it is a very good movie. I highly recommend it. The music is by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I am obsessed with it, and I can't stop listening to the soundtrack.
okay.
And I cannot get "We Don't Talk About Bruno" out of my head. I just can't.
I still haven't shaken like half of the Moana soundtrack, so that's where I am in life.
Like, I love the Moana soundtrack, but like, Surface Pressure. Once you hear Surface Pressure, you will go, I did not know Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote me a personal theme song. But yes, I have a personal theme song now. And it is.
Thank you. Thank you, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Thank you. I feel seen.
See, I think my personal song is "Everything You Loved Is Now Black and Gay."
Yesterday, I was very much in the typo. Everyone I love is dead thing, because I kept wanting to contact friends, and yeah.
Aww.
I just put that song on repeat.
And the only way to do it is with Dionne Warwick.
Or a Ouija
Yeah, because
board.
I'm not risking a Ouija board, because I not need a planchette in my wedged between my eyes because I get into a fight with somebody.
Or you could,
look, you reached out to me. Bam.
Or you could. I mean, there's also John Edwards if you wanted someone to randomly guess it. Vague things having to do with your life.
Persephone, me too. Michael Blackwood from my Blinded Angels series is heavily inspired by an idealized version of Peter Steele. So, yeah.
So I decided that the winter one was too pretty to not use.
Oh, wow. I wonder if that's what the trees in the backyard look like right now. I think I'm going to go look at the ice storm during this and pray that it's just rain.
Because I am determined this week to get a third sprint in.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we could do this right now.
Yes. So let us sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, sprint is over. I had to take a minute to finish my sentence. Oh, and we lost a cat.
But I'm here.
I'm surprised with all the thunder and lightning and everything that just happened that I am still here.
Oh.
Are you having thunder snow?
Actually, it was supposed to be an ice storm, but luckily we've warmed up enough that it's just like really loud, right? Really loud.
Also, thunder snow sounds like something dirty.
It does, and it kind of feels like it is when it happens. I am not a fan of the thunder snow.
No.
I don't think I've ever experienced it.
Be grateful. It's a weird state of like cognitive dissonance to be in because it sounds like it should like a thunderstorm, but at least around here, often the snow is like gently wafting down while there's thunder and lightning in the clouds and it's gentle snow coming down, and it's like you could at least have the common decency to have wind.
So it's gentle and furious at the same time.
Yes.
We get that stuff in Atlanta occasionally, and those rare snows that we have. But like Atlanta's weather is just possessed by the devil in general, so like it is what it is. We accept it.
My absolute favorite weather phenomenon that we have over here is when the sky just gets so hot it sweats because the humidity will just hit 100. There will not be a cloud in the sky. Beautiful blue skies overhead, and it's just raining because the humidity hit 100 and the air went, I just can't anymore. Oh,
Oh my god, Chad is wonderful right now. It sounds like an Icelandic death metal band name.
doesn't it?
And Maggie says thunder snow is winter's glitter bomb.
Yes.
So we also get a lot of sun showers here, but
Yeah.
because like you have to be real fucking creative with everything you say in the South, they call it the devil beating his wife. And when I
I've heard
first
that.
heard that, I thought it was some like old timey, like I read it somewhere or whatever, and I thought, oh, this is some like old timey or like bumfuck nowhere Georgia thing. And then my roommate, who has lived his entire, well, he grew up in Atlanta, absolutely has used that expression before. And like, what the ever living shit.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought this is way too rednecky to like still be a viable expression. No, it absolutely is.
Like I think people have stopped saying it, but the alternate name for tank top t-shirt.
Wife beater.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, we still say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I mean, I don't, but like,
Have you ever tried to stop a redneck from doing it?
right? Really, if you try to stop them, they just get worse.
But
Yeah.
why did they start?
Because
it wasn't.
appropriate things named appropriately. Like-
yeah, like I feel like it wasn't the people who wear them who call it that. It
was
was
the
people who
mugshots.
don't beat their wives.
Also
Saying,
the
oh,
mugshots.
that is the type of person who wears that shirt.
Don't forget all of the mugshots.
Yeah. All of the mugshots, absolutely. Like wife beaters wear wife beaters.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the one weather type that I don't know if you guys get down there is where it's so cold that it's like miniature snow is falling,
Oh yeah.
but it doesn't feel like that's snow. It feels like that
Powder.
is the oxygen crystallizing and falling from the sky.
Yeah, the powder snow. I don't get it in Atlanta, but I was born and then went to college in upstate New York, so I know that. Also, I've been through 2 microbursts. So, like, I have a whole weird relationship with weather. I was in the middle of a campground for 1 microburst and almost died.
Yeah,
So
those are not fun.
they're not fun at all. And
Hey now,
I've been
Maggie,
through
I have
2
the
earthquakes
I
in
have
upstate
shoulder
New
hair and
York.
back flab.
It's okay. I have duct tape. We can fix you.
Oh, are you gonna go all Coldplay on me?
I'm just saying. I have a thing about shoulder hair, like, and it all goes back to my husband's Yeti friend. Because the first time I met him, I thought he had on the world's ugliest sweater,
Oh no.
and then I wondered why his ugly sweater had nipples,
Oh no.
and then I realized he didn't have a shirt on.
Oh no. I like that, like, we have to presume that it was shirtless weather as opposed to sweater weather, and it was bad enough that you still assume that it was a sweater.
This would have been like in October, I think, the first time I met him.
Oh, so depending on the person you are, it could go one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in a frat? Then it's shirtless weather.
Yes, CB, that's unfortunately everywhere now because of climate change. It was this past week, it was 80 on Saturday, and then it got to 27 on Monday. So everything is bad. We are burning and also freezing.
My brain was trying to put together burning and freezing, and it just made beefing.
No. Frurning is what I am going to go with.
We have a
Frurning.
return cat.
Whew.
I went out and talked to Natalie, and I came back, and I wasn't in here.
Oh.
I was like, why haven't I heard anything yet?
So I actually got writing done
Woo.
in the
Careful.
which I don't during the last sprint on a Saturday evening. Me getting writing done is like unheard of.
I feel called out on this. I don't know if I should or not, but I do.
Oh, speaking of getting called out, cat.
Oh, did you read the About Me page on my website? Oh my goodness.
No, so that planner thing that I posted, that planner joke that I posted,
Yes.
it wasn't so much calling you out as it is January 8th and the planner that I bought is still empty. And I knew for a fact before I picked it up that I wasn't going to put anything in it.
Now I feel called out.
Pretty much every planner I've ever bought has ended up being scrap paper 2 years later.
I have a journal that has for many years been intended to be my bullet journal. Because I got smart and stopped buying planners and just bought a journal that's different from all my other journals that I can look at and it can mock me going, I'm supposed to have your plans and dreams and ambitions and goals in me. And I just sit back and go, but I have none. I need to have some first.
So yeah, I was calling myself out.
You were calling a lot of people out, in all fairness.
I do actually use my planners, though.
I don't. That one was totally aimed at me. Yeah, don't buy the planner. You know that's not something you do.
You know who you are as a person.
That is amazing, CB. That is phenomenal. I don't know when they started doing it because I didn't really look at the page that it's on, but World Anvil now shows you how many total words you've written in all of your articles on there. And I felt a
Isn't it
little...
by world?
Yes, world by world.
Yeah,
And
I
I had a moment of feeling very called out when I went to One World, and I was like, I've basically written 2 novels in here. Maybe some of those articles should be public.
Maybe.
All right. I'm starting to get the peacefuls.
Yeah. Also, I have a laptop that is about to die.
Does anyone want to do outros?
Sure.
Okay.
I am about to be bringing back Fantasy
Sexy?
First Aid.
Oh.
No, oh, honey. I love the idea that I could do that, but like, my knees will not allow me to strike any of the poses anymore. It's terrible. And I would like to know what all you would like me to prattle on about in there. So for anybody who doesn't know, Fantasy First Aid is a live stream that I do over on my YouTube channel, where if you actually have real life problems, you can come be in chat and we will discuss them and actually try to help you with your stories in chat. If you want to be on camera, we can actually bring you on and try to work through your issues. We've actually done that with a couple of people in previous episodes.
Do you
But
sit them on a stool in the center and berate them from all 4 corners of the screen?
I try to be a lot more polite and helpful about that, but every now and then you just gotta be like, oh honey, why not this?
You are a bread sandwich.
So if anybody has any topics that you would like me to do specifically on there, let me know. You can either DM me or I set up a channel in my Discord for you to put those in. I was going to bring it back next week, but next Saturday I will not be here. Well, I might be here. I don't. Time is weird, and I don't know how long the panel is going to be. But I will be over on Vixen of Fiction's channel, Nia's channel, during Barrett's what is, I forgot what he's calling it, weekend writing workshop. I can't remember the actual title he gave it. I'm sorry, Barrett. I'm a terrible person. We are going to be talking world building with Maggie and Chandra, and just really digging in and talking about a lot of stuff. Nia and I worked out kind of a tentative list of things that we're going to be discussing the other day, and I'm really excited for it. So
Woo.
I'm going to wait to bring Fantasy First Aid back till after that, because I feel like there will be a lot of unanswered questions in chat from that will be good seeds for the other. So
That's on Tuesdays, right?
As of right now, yes. There has been a discussion over during the Twitch stream of whether or not I might move the Wednesday stream back to YouTube and have it be more of a chatty stream, because we generally chat more on Wednesdays than actually do like the works. So one of my regulars may be moving back over to YouTube. It's a whole thing. I don't know. What is my life? But yeah, check out my YouTube channel for all of that. And if you want to see a website in progress, projectshadow.com. I actually have links to my stuff there now. Yay.
Woo.
Cool. Does anybody else want to?
Nah.
Nah. I don't either.
We all do things.
Yeah, I exist. I
hoping,
quilt.
I'm just hoping to not be in pain this coming week. That would be nice.
I'm getting my booster shot on Tuesday now. And then I have my the first day of class that night.
Hmm.
Like I planned it, like I wanted to get it done that day anyway, because I was like, I should be fine for like the class, and then I have 2 days off, like actual work,
Oh yeah, that's a good plan.
in case I have side effects,
Yeah.
like I did the first time.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good plan because, like, I feel like most people, if they have problems, it doesn't actually kick in for until like the next day. So yeah, get the shot, do stuff, and then hunker down.
Yes, I do VTM Mysteries on YouTube. That is on Thursdays, if people can make it. Um,
Just sleep on screen, it's fine. I've been known to fall asleep on streams, apparently.
but yeah, this past week we had 3 out of the 5 of us down.
Aw.
Technically 4 of us.
Oh, were you down too?
A little bit, yeah.
You just didn't add to the flame because you didn't have to.
Yeah, the flame was already burning. I was like, they're good.
Everybody just needs a good burning case of the Chubbawambas.
You're like, oh, I see the bonfire's already going. Okay, I'll just curl up here.
Ironically, I did just curl up on my bed and just stay there until it was ready.
Yeah, it was we had one person with a COVID shot, one
Well,
person
now you
with
did our outros for us. Thank you. That was easy.
Oh, Maggie, that is more true than you know. Like, I actually cut some links out of the links thing on the website because I was just like, nobody needs to know everywhere this stuff. Just here's the main ones. It's fine. It just became a like fruit salad of yes, I'm on every website. It's fine. Just find me. I'm T. Dorset somewhere.
I'll be every place.
But yeah, we had one person out with booster shot, one person out with infrastructure, one person out with bad back, and whatever Cat had. So I think if the game had been on, it would have just been Sako
Aw.
Without a storyteller.
without a storyteller.
But I mean, if anybody could have handled that, Sako
Right.
would probably be the one who could have done.
Sako wings it.
Because I can see her like doing all the voices, and like I'm getting a very delightful like image of her doing. My idea of what her impression of Cat would be is just. I'm enjoying this. I'm just gonna like daydream for a little bit. I'll be
I
back.
like the telephone game that is, because now it's my idea of your idea of Sako's idea.
That you made up.
Right. Not a single one of these is actually accurate, except for Kat herself.
Sometimes.
Right.
Accurate.
Oh yeah. So I do have books on Amazon that sometimes when you search for them, you get recommended children's novels about Jesus's birth on Christmas.
One of these things is not like the other.
What I want to know
The
is
worst part-
if you Google the baby Jesus books, do you get Chloe's?
No, but so the worst part of it was that Haley wasn't even Googling A Christmas Demon for Clara. She was Googling the Easter one, and she got a recommendation for like a baby Jesus nativity thing. Like, how? What?
That is kind of amazing. Though.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Speaking of hilarious, in the tabletop world, I posted in my Discord there is a Kickstarter for a 5e compatible, D&D
The-
5e compatible.
The Bible one? Are you going with
Bible.
the Bible one? Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to do it though, right? Like there is that like sick part of all of us that we just want to like, because like the thing is that like how close to the Bible is it actually going to be when it's a bunch of D&D players that are like grabbing hold of it and fighting over who's going to be the bard.
I feel like as an actual practicing ordained minister, I should run this.
Yeah,
I'm,
they-
Like, if
I'm technically
anybody-
also an ordained minister, so
If anybody like wants to seduce me into like TTRPGs, like this is how you do it.
Well, I guess I know what I need to get now.
well, it's still in the Kickstarter. But apparently, when this one fan of this one D&D fan who was mocking this Kickstarter posted it on Twitter and was like, "Do you see what these people are trying to do?" Apparently, they got like 70% of their funding after he did that.
Well, right, and that's it, because like when you think about it, this cannot do anything good for the Bible. Like there's no way it's going to stay on track and actually come up with anything
no one's gonna play that. how
less
they
than
think
unholy.
they're gonna play it.
No, exactly.
I'm
And
just saying, if it doesn't have like some of the fun additions like Second Esdras and the Books of Enoch in there, like what's the point of even doing this? Like
Yeah.
if giant flaming basilisks are not going to come from the sun and try to destroy the planet Earth, what is the point?
Also, if I don't have an opportunity to lust for cow dicks, I will protest. Or whatever. Y'all know the line I'm talking about. I don't remember if it was, what was it? Was it cow, horse, goat? I don't remember what dick it
I
was.
do believe it was a cow.
but the thing is, they have quotes from the people creating it, and the people creating it are like, well, we don't want to get too blasphemous, so we made it so you can't actually have contact with the major figures in the Bible. And I'm thinking, oh, that's going to stop absolutely nobody.
Do they not know
Yeah.
that homebrew is a thing? Like, do they not? Have they never
Yes.
heard of house rules?
So their genitals were like those of donkeys, whose emissions were like those of horses. So I would like to lust after horse jizz coming out of a donkey dick. Ezekiel 23.
See, the way you phrase that, it sounded like that was the biblical quote.
Oh, I mean, it depends on which Bible, right?
One person in that Twitter feed thread was like, you know what? It might not be so bad playing with the right group. And I replied, I want to do two. I want to do one with the right group and one with the wrong group and see which one of them gets blasphemous first.
I feel like it's
my money on the
impossible.
right group.
I think, even, what does that say?
That's what I appreciate about you.
I have a feeling that even if you got a group of straight-laced conservatives, you start playing that game, and they're gonna start getting blasphemous just because it's freaking D&D. You don't take that shit seriously.
Someone who has accidentally been a part of a
Right.
Ragnarok group that did not start as a Ragnarok group, like, yeah, Twilight of the Gods happens because the power creep in D&D is real. Eventually, you just like run out of stuff to do, and you're just like, I don't know, let's take on the gods.
And the creators of this RPG also made a stat block for Jesus, which means that people will use Jesus as a combatant.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. again, like there is no way that this thing does not immediately go off the rails into something that we're all going to go for hell for. But like we're all already going to hell, so it's okay.
I'm gonna have to find my copy of D&D playing Rolling the Devil's Dice, which is an actual book that I was given when I was like 10 or 11 to try to convince me that I should stop playing D&D. It's why the Bible says D&D is evil, and it's kind of fun.
According to Maggie, horse spunk smells worse than bull or buck.
I hate that I grew up on a farm and can say the following sentence: can confirm.
Right. I like that she felt the need to defend herself on that with like, no. Like I don't think any of us are thinking that like this is your fat.
You're not Catherine the Great. I mean,
Yeah. Right. Also, he heard you and he's like, stop talking about me. Puppy.
All right. Now that we've broken everybody with this
You're welcome.
biblical RPG that I have a feeling everybody wants to play now.
yes, so much.
Which is why I love you people so much, because I'm seeing. I was looking at that Twitter feed or Twitter thread, and seeing all these people just being like, "Oh my god, who would want to play this? This is horrible." Blah blah blah, and I'm just thinking, I know exactly who would want to play this. Every fucking person I know.
Yeah.
Because.
And the thing is that like I will totally play it straight, but I know it's going to go off the rails regardless of what you do. Mm-hmm. So like your thing about like if you pick the right group and the wrong group, how long before it goes blasphemous? Like I will not deliberately do anything to make it go blasphemous, and it is going to happen.
Oh yeah, it's...
And just like when Jack Black was in an episode of Yo Gabba Gabba.
What?
Playing it straight and being honestly serious about it was the funniest thing he could have done.
Oh yeah. The straight man's the best. We were talking about that with Betty White the other day. Like it's the hardest thing to do, but it's totally worth it.
Who would want to play this? I can name 10 people right now.
That's why Paul Rudd is so amazing in everything he does.
That, and of course, he's an immortal vampire who's slowly taking our youth for himself. But
well, that too, and I'm okay with that. Like, if that's where it's going, I'm okay.
I will die to Paul
Random
Rudd for 10 years.
Because I went to the casino with my mom, and when we checked into the hotel, the lady was like, she's going to get carded so many times because you have to be 21 to go on that casino's floor. And so, like, she's like, you look so young. You're going to get carded so many times. Do you know how many times I got carded? Walking into the building.
Never, yeah.
That was it. I walked into the building, and that's when I got carded.
That's where I would have like pulled out the power brag. I'm like, I know, I can't even live stream on YouTube because they think I'm 13.
Mind you, I have shown up drunk to try to stream.
It was precious.
That was the first time I fell asleep.
Speaking of birthdays, mine is this month.
It's
on a Wednesday.
Preemptively happy birthday.
So mine's Friday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh yeah, you and Amber are the same day.
14th.
Is it the 14th?
I'm 14th.
I believe it was the same day.
Amber, are you still here?
Amber, what's your birthday? But I think I'm going to we're going to celebrate it on Coffee Bunny.
We'll just have you come back and talk to you later after we eat.
What day is yours, Persephone?
Sure.
I was just going to get the bites and my coffee.
Happy escape from the womb day. The thing is, I think that I have a birthday twin in Jenna Moresi because she's doing a birthday stream on that day.
Nice.
It's like, huh, okay. You, me, and Ellen.
Oh, Ellen.
Right.
Ellen.
Yeah, that used to be bragging rights.
Yeah, that went dark.
A lot darker than I expected.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's Ellen.
Right.
Persephone is the 12th. I am the 26th. So I am the final Wednesday. The final Wednesday.
Thank you for not making me have to do it.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
I was fighting it back. Every ounce of my, like, very weak willpower.
So yeah, if anyone wants to party that Wednesday, I'm probably going to be down for it. All right, we should probably end the stream. We've been chatty.
Yeah.
But we got the third sprint in. We had to
You did.
We had to push all the chat that we would have done over the third sprint into after the third sprint, but
That's okay. We did it.
Yep, Amber and I are birthday twins.
that's what I thought. I seem to remember that being a thing. All right, let us end this one for today, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.